All right. Yeah.
Oh, it looks fine. Forget what I said.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot what you said
Perfect.
as soon as you said it.
Wow.
No, I mean, if it looks good, then it looks good. So, all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Velocity Entertainment for our 25th episode, I think. Something like that. I'm your host, Kyle Leonard. Each and every week, we kind of go around the internet and jot down little stories that we kind of find interesting, and then we come here and we nerd out about them and talk about them and give you our dorky little opinions that, we think matter. Remember, if you like the show, we're on Twitch, live streaming on Monday nights, youtube.com/Velocity Entertainment, podcast services like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and then patreon.com/Velocity Entertainment. Those are the best places to go and support us. You can also find our Facebook page and follow us there too. Alongside me is the long hair, don't care, thug nasty, dropping them in the dirt, laying down the hurt, the all-knowing, almost Samoan, dishing out crosses, taking no losses, best blue eyes in Sioux Falls, Tanner House. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You were gone last week. Welcome back. We missed you.
I missed you.
Mike missed you a little more.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah. Don't bring up the Pokemon game.
Next to my man Tanner is the trash talker. Drops more bombs than Hurt Locker. He is the nerdiest, the flirtiest, and overall most luxurious.
Mm-hmm.
And turns out, somebody liked him, so they put a ring on it. Michael Otamende.
It's true.
Here's I guess I like it, so we should put a ring on it. Oh, God. All right. On this week's episode of Please Don't Sue Velocity Entertainment, Beyonce, can she be trusted?
Friend or foe?
Friend or foe. So how have you guys been this last week?
Great. Best week ever.
Best week
Wow.
ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
That's good, man. That's good. I disagree. I had surgery on Wednesday, and like I said in last week's episode, I fell and busted my elbow pretty good, broke it open, and I had to get a plate put in my elbow. But now that we got that all stitched up and ready to go, we're just waiting for it to heal, and then we'll be back to punching people in the face for them soon, hopefully.
How long do they predict?
12 weeks for full recovery.
Okay.
So they're saying 6 weeks before I'll probably be able to go back to work and do light stuff at work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as you can see, I'm kind of sitting here with no bandage on, just kind of letting it breathe for now, but, I'm still got to wrap it up and stuff when I go to bed, obviously. For sure. Don't want that sucker to get infected. That wouldn't be good.
I think you're a pretty quick healer. You'll be alright.
Oh,
Yeah, hope so. I hope so.
Next week.
He's got Viking DNA.
I'll be doing push-ups by the end of the night.
I signed up for a fight next week, so no recovery time.
He doesn't even know that.
No.
Yeah, he doesn't even know he's fighting.
Well, it's The Rock, so.
It's The Rock.
Can he even make 265?
No. But neither can we right now.
No, I couldn't either. I mean, maybe if I tried with all my might.
Is Fury the fight card coming up? Is that 265 or no?
It'll be 265. So yep.
Okay.
And you might be fighting, what's his name for that
Brady.
amateur belt or whatever. Well, I guess, it's amateur belt.
His
but-
name's Brady. I already hate him.
Yeah, so do we. He beat me and Tanner both.
Yeah, he beat both of us already, so.
Put it in a duct tape.
Oh.
That way it's
There you
harder
go.
to knock over onto my electronics.
I like it.
So it's been, for lack of a better term, slow. Like, there's not a lot going on in, movies. There's more going on in video games, and there's a little bit going on in TV, but movies have just been pretty awfully slow. And when we do get news, it's usually disappointing news, like this story. And in a rush of more bad news, the most current installment in the MCU, The Black Widow, has now been delayed once again. The movie is now set for May 7th, 2021, making 2020 the only year without an MCU movie since 2009.
Oh, that hurts to think
Oh,
about.
Right, dude.
It feels like a long time, but when you say it like that, it really just
2009. That must have
Dagger.
been right around the Incredible Hulk time, because I know
Oh.
Iron Man 1 came out in 2008,
Yeah.
and then Hulk came out probably in 2010, I would think. Maybe, I don't know.
I think so.
But,
whatever it is, I don't like it.
Come on, Marvel.
but even more troubling with that news is that Marvel has announced that they've reshuffled their entire upcoming slate of movies now. They're all going to be pushed back accordingly, which sucks. No, Eternals and Doctor Strange 2 and all of that junk, which is a bummer. But it is what it is. We don't get good news usually.
Yeah.
At least not lately.
Really?
It's like, oh, hey, 2 stories on the movie docket today.
Right.
Both bad.
Or it's like a mixture. It's like, great news, this movie's coming out in 4 years.
Yeah. It's like, why'd you even show me that?
Yeah.
We're talking Black Panther like 2025 now or something.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Like, good lord.
Because I think like expectancy, like it dies down, or like hype dies down. So if you tell me that something great's coming out 5 years from now,
I'll forget about it.
yeah, I'll forget
For
about
four
it.
and a half
Sure.
years.
I don't actually think
That's
it's
like
good.
Avatar is the best example for that. How long has it been?
Yeah, it's been
Like,
forever.
they put the first one out in, what, 2009?
Yeah,
This has been almost,
I think it's bad advertising because my hype will die down.
yeah. Like, and honestly, like, there's been so much cool stuff since Avatar that I don't think the pulling point to going to Avatar is that it looked cool. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that much far ahead of everything as it was.
If
back
it,
then.
yeah, I was gonna say if it takes the top spot again, more power to it. But I don't think it's going to. Like,
I guess my thing is if I hear something's that far out, I immediately just push it out of my head. It's like, I'm not going to be excited for that long. I'll get excited 6 months before.
yeah, no,
And
that
then
makes sense.
Yeah.
stay that way. Yeah.
Unless it's like, the very first Avengers movie. The second they told me that was happening, hype.
True.
For like 2 years while I was waiting for that movie.
There's some exceptions.
And another quick little tidbit here before we kind of go into a conversational piece, because I don't have much for news in the way of movies this week. Enola Holmes is now available to watch on Netflix, and it's been just crushing its reviews. I haven't watched it yet myself, so
I've heard good things. It was also #1 on Netflix yesterday.
it looked wonderful. Like, I watched the preview and stuff, where it looked delightful. But yeah, it's just like the youngest sibling of the famous Holmes family, made famous by Sherlock Holmes, as she kind of attempts to find her missing mom.
Oh, cool.
So again, if you were looking for a new movie to kind of watch to kill the time,
Is it like more of an action thriller, or is it just a detective like mystery thing?
it kind of seems like more of a detective mystery thing. But she breaks the fourth wall occasionally, like,
Oh.
looks at the camera and says, such and such as it looks fun. I definitely have it on my watch
Some
list.
comedy in there, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure Henry Cavill plays Sherlock Holmes.
I saw
Oh,
that.
really?
I saw that. Yeah.
Really? Okay.
So you got Beefcake. You got big old
He's one of
Beefcake
my
there.
favorites ever.
I love him.
Probably because of Witcher too. But
Yes.
Yeah, Witcher and Superman.
Don't even care about
And he
something.
like reloads his arms in that Mission Impossible movie.
By the way, my brother's watching Twitch. He said he wants to arm wrestle you while your arm's broken, so you can get a free win. So we gotta set that up.
I still got Kyle.
You're dead.
I'm still taking Kyle. This one.
So we'll do an arm wrestling match with Kyle later.
All right. Well, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of all I got down for tidbits for movies. If you kind of want something to watch that's kind of cute and has some good actors, Millie Bobby Brown apparently crushes it in this movie. So
She is my favorite. I don't know
yeah,
why.
she's good,
In
man.
Stranger Things, she was my favorite, and I love her.
She's in the Godzilla movie she was in. I like her in that too.
Yeah, she was dope in that one.
So, I mean,
Oh, I forgot about that.
she's just like standing there looking up at the rain and Godzilla, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh, as one does when you see, a 700-foot tall
Lizard,
radioactive lizard.
Just give a little smirk.
Smile and nod, like, I approve.
I approve.
This is normal. This is
Thanks
cool.
for being here.
This is a thing we do now. So, 'tis the tradition for like sports movies, battle movies, motivational movies to have a real hype up moment towards the end. You know what I'm saying? It's something that just rips your heart open and gets you pumped up. So I thought it'd be fun if we kind of bounce back and forth off of each other and kind of think of our favorite like big movie speeches that kind of hype up and motivate whoever, the Warriors, the audience, the players in the game, whatever it be. And I'm gonna start this off with it. With my favorite speech, not my favorite, but one of my favorites, and I'm gonna get a little grief for this one because it's funny, but
Oh, great.
it still isn't over from The Notebook.
Oh.
Boom! That's my first one.
You okay? When you said this to me, you had me thinking sports movies.
I got
like
some of those
battle scenes,
I got
and
some
you
of
hit
those
me
too.
with The Notebook. Oh,
How am I not?
good.
Oh man!
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
we need to get a new host. Let's
Yep.
just let's put an ad on
Oh, come
Craigslist.
on.
I know it's your house, but you're gonna have to sit
Don't
with
give me that.
it.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so
That
mine.
speech is amazing.
It is. It
I
is.
wrote you every day.
Actually, that speech is actually
It is.
pretty
Yes,
good.
thank you.
I was giving you crap, and now I'm thinking back.
We were trying to be tough, but we're all
Yeah.
softies. It is a good movie. I watched it 2 weeks ago.
It's a decent movie. Okay, here's the thing. Anna doesn't like it. My fiance and I love the movie, The Notebook. Isn't that like really bad?
Sounds like you need a new fiance.
Yeah, yeah, right. I'll text her right now.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Remember the Titans, Denzel Washington.
Oh, see,
That's why I jumped you first. I knew everybody was going to say something like that.
I literally
see, I was gonna go Remember the Titans. Billy Bob Thornton, the one in the locker room.
Oh, you were gonna go that one, huh?
That one's always good
Oh.
too. The halftime one.
Friday Night Lights.
That's Friday Night Lights.
Friday
Right.
Night Lights. That's a really good.
That's
Oh,
a really
yeah.
good one. Yep.
Friday Night Lights was such a good show.
Yeah, it was. I like, and also this one's gonna go away from The Notebook, and it's gonna go away from sports. Troy.
Oh,
For yeah.
Just it's not even a speech.
It takes a definite level of
it's been so long.
acting ability to take a horrible movie and make a pretty awesome speech out of it. I'm here to say, Troy was bad.
I honestly just
But I agree, that speech was awesome.
It's an action porn. I call them action porn
Action
because
porn.
you're just watching it to like, yeah.
just Brad Pitt talking to Hector.
Well, I really
That
like
was-
the actual Iliad, you know,
Mm,
and that Troy movie was just like horrendous. Like,
I loved it
Mm.
so much.
I'm here to say, what do you got? You think of anything?
Well, I remember the Titans was taken from me, but I got two decent ones. Well, first, every speech in every Rocky movie. I really liked the one. I really
Yeah.
liked the one where he was talking to his son in one of the later ones.
yeah, it ain't about how
Yeah,
hard
it ain't
you
about
get
how hard you get hit. It's about
Yeah,
how
that's a
keep
great
moving
one.
forward.
My buddy got a big side piece tattoo of that speech, and I was like, "You're such a tool."
But it's a great speech. It is.
It is.
That's what cowards do. You're now them.
So that's my favorite one, and pretty much every Rocky speech.
Agreed.
But I really like I'm gonna go full nerd. Lord of the Rings in front of the gates of Gondor, where he's like,
Yeah.
"There might be a day where men fall."
It is
but
not
today
this
is
day.
not that day.
It is not this day.
I think that
has to
might
be on there.
that has to be on
And then he pulled out this bad boy right here.
there. Oh, you have it on
And started swinging on people.
I
Rise, men of the West.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
good.
man.
It's so good.
That's not bad.
Can't have a speech conversation without bringing up Return of the King. Are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Or Braveheart.
Oh,
Freedom.
That's a good one. That's a
Like you
great
can't. No, never. They may take our lives, but they may never take our freedom.
one. That's a
I was
good
trying to think of other ones that were like not necessarily like Troy, but I was trying to think of movies that are kind of similar to that, like a medieval battle scheme type movie, and I couldn't think of a whole lot more. Braveheart, I guess, would kind of fall close to that,
Braveheart.
but the rest of them, I just can't. Like the movie Alexander, there really isn't a great
No.
speech in that movie.
What about in Patriot? Because that's another Mel Gibson one.
Patriot is a great speech.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Independence Day.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Dude, when he's standing with the president. Oh man.
You know
dude.
what?
Oh,
Ready?
We will not go quietly into the night.
Chuck, we're about to get real ghetto right now. You ready for
let's
this?
go.
Denzel Washington, Training Day. Because King Kong ain't got shit on me.
About, Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying. Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Shawshank Redemption.
Okay.
That was more of a little heart tugger for me.
Yeah.
It's a great speech,
It
though.
is, though.
Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith.
Ooh,
That's
good
it.
pull.
Yeah.
Good pull. What about Any Given Sunday? Life is measured in inches.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Oh, dude. I love that movie.
Dude, there's so many. I feel like we could go on for.
Oh,
I don't
dude.
think of anything motivational when I think of Any Given Sunday. I just think of his name was Willie Beeman. And he's doing that whole rap video, and I'm like, this is not even about football anymore, is it?
Oh.
Daniel just said on Twitch, my brother, forget speeches, Gladiator putting his hands in
How
the
did we forget
grass. In the
Gladiator?
grass. Yeah, Gladiator.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Gladiator speech for one, but
That's
yes,
a good-
obviously I
That's a
agree
good
with
one
that
in
as
Twitch
well.
chat. Good one.
But about Ezekiel 25:17, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha.
It's been so long since I've seen Pulp
He
Fiction.
said, I always quoted that because I thought it was a badass way to smoke a motherfucker. I mean, that's one of the most memorable Bible verses ever now because of that.
True.
I'd say that's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, our list just got like this long.
Yeah. No, that one.
Kyle started. Let's all think of a couple, all right?
We-
And then we
I
went.
was actually kind of hoping it would go and be longer.
Yeah.
Like, the more the merrier. But yeah. No, that's
I
awesome.
feel like we nailed all the good ones though, except for Gladiator. I'm a little upset
Yeah,
with all three of us.
yeah.
None of us.
And then
thought
my
of
brother had to come in for the save.
that. Yeah.
Oh man, what is your name?
Are there any in Pokemon? Any really great motivation?
Ooh, Mewtwo.
Oh,
Mewtwo.
At the end of the first movie, where he's like, "I now see that the quality of one's life is not determined by how they are born, but it's what you do with the gift of life that determines who you are."
See, he kind of has a badass speech right in the beginning of the movie too, like when he's like getting out and he's like, "I don't know what I am. I don't know what I'm going to become." Like, and he like flies
I
out.
cannot be
Yeah.
my destiny.
oh, Mewtwo.
Oh man, dude! And then I'm sure Lugia has one in Pokemon the movie 2000, but I just don't remember really. What is it? The whole like, what's the word I'm looking for? Prophecy. Where it's like, ice, fire, and lightning shall rain in the sky, and the world will turn to ash.
It's a little
Goodwill.
specific, but okay.
Goodwill Hunting when Williams goes off about living.
Ooh, that's a great one.
Okay.
Goodwill Hunting.
Okay.
Great Paul, dude.
Okay.
But no, that's awesome. Those are some good polls.
I don't know why when you said Goodwill Hunting, it made me think of the movie The Town with Ben Affleck. But when he walks in the room with his buddy and he's like, "Hey, we're about to go do a lot of bad stuff and people are going to get hurt. You come with me?"
Who's Kyle?
Who's Kyle we going to take?
Ooh, anybody? You guys ever seen Chasing Amy?
I haven't.
Like Kevin
I
Smith.
didn't I watch that with you not that long
You
ago?
watched, I think, bits and pieces of it. But
We watched
Kevin,
Dogma too, didn't we?
yeah, but Kevin Smith has a real good like line at the end of it. Silent Bob, because he always like speaks at the end of one of his movies, like a big reveal.
Oh, sure.
And he has a real good story about, Amy, a girl he, would chase. But yeah, I think we crushed that one, boys. That was some good polls in that.
We crushed that.
Sure was. That was short. That was short notice too. I only had like an hour or two to think about that.
I had like 5 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
It was Kyle's idea, and he didn't think of Gladiator.
Yeah.
I thought of like all the other ones.
Yeah.
The Notebook.
Then,
That-
oh yeah,
That one caught me off guard. I was like,
it did.
Because I was thinking all of the same ones,
Really?
Any Given Sunday, Friday Night Lights, Remember the
Yeah.
Titans. And I'm like, isn't there any like love movie ones? And I was thinking that Mandy
How
Moore
weird would it
movie,
have been if I would have been
A
like
Walk to Remember.
Dear John?
Because I was thinking like, yeah, Walk to Remember maybe. Does Mandy Moore have a good line in there? And then I was like, The Notebook. I wrote you every day for the year.
Yeah.
And you wrote me? So I think I win.
So I think I'm like, nice. Champ.
All right, let's roll right into television here. A couple weeks ago, we talked about how Netflix had dropped some screenplay and plot details for their live-action Resident Evil show that's going to follow the children of Albert Wesker in like the future in a new Raccoon City. Well, now Netflix has announced that additional Resident Evil series will be coming to the platform. Resident Evil Infinite Darkness will be coming to the streaming service in 2021. As stated during the Tokyo Game Show, the series will follow fan favorites Claire and Leon in an original story. In a quote, an original CG anime series with horror action vibes by adding suspense into dynamic action scenes. The series will reveal a Resident Evil world unlike anything seen before, Capcom said in its official description. So I can't see anything Resident Evil related and not throw it in here just because I'm such a huge Resident Evil nerd. And I'm like,
Honestly, I think it was like after like the third movie, I was like, I'm kind of done with Resident Evil now. I don't
The
know.
final
if
chapter.
you're talking about the movies though, like movies
Yeah.
suck. Dude.
Yeah, okay, I agree. But then again, I haven't really played since. What was the
Didn't
last
we
one
say
I played?
most video games that turn to movies kind of
They
flop?
kind of do suck, yeah. Usually, I
Yeah.
mean, there's
I feel
like a
like
couple exceptions.
The most
There's a
recent
couple-
games
couple.
have done better than the last movies.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, the games have always done better than the movies.
Neither
But like, there's a
Jones.
couple of on and off things we talked about in past podcasts, like Pokemon Detective Pikachu was a game that did good in a movie, Sonic and stuff like that. But nope, that'll be interesting to see. Like I've said before in past episodes, huge Resident Evil fanboy. So, while I'm on the subject of this is the whole TV show, Kyle. Duh, you're on the subject of TV shows. Samuel L. Jackson will be joining the lineup in Disney Plus original series. Although it's not completely clear what the show is going to be about at this time, they've said that Samuel L. Jackson is attached to star. So we can kind of assume that it's either a solo Nick Fury series or something centering around that character. I thought that was pretty cool because there's rumors that in Doctor Strange we could see the alternate version of Nick Fury where he's like a 40-year-old white dude with gray, a flat top cut and gray on the side of his head. There was rumors that Bruce Campbell or something could play him, and I was like, man, wouldn't it be cool if like those two like teamed up or something in a TV show?
Oh. Disney Plus, huh?
Granted, that's all rumor, but I'd build a career off of rumors.
Yeah. Didn't we also say speculation's better than reality? Like I'd rather
Oftentimes,
have the speculation because that's way more fun.
it's juicier to talk about, dude. Yeah, like the things you could see, especially at the end of Spider-Man, like Far From Home, where Nick Fury's on like the space station and stuff.
Mhm.
If they do anything with that, that could be a lot of fun to watch too.
Oh, for sure.
Speaking of superheroes in a movie that's going to get their own TV show, John Cena will be getting his own Suicide Squad spin-off television show.
Shut up.
I'm dead serious. On HBO Max.
Really?
After his appearance in the Suicide Squad, the show will be called The Peacemaker, named after the titular character played by John Cena, and the show is expected to begin filming in early 2021.
Oh, that means it won't come out for another 10 years.
Right, I'm sure, with all the delays and
Yeah.
stuff and coronavirus, but
You got me excited for nothing.
So it's not coming out next week?
nothing is. I assure you, nothing is coming out next week. If I have any movie news next week, it's just going to be that something else was delayed.
Yeah.
Guess what? Wonder Woman's not coming out on Christmas anymore.
They threw away all their film and just gave up after 6 delays. And we're never getting it.
They're restarting the Marvel Cinematic Universe
Completely.
That's it.
Because the backup cameraman got corona, maybe.
But in the Suicide Squad, like actor interviews or whatever, promos, John Cena stated that the Peacemaker's kind of like a douchey Captain America.
Oh.
So
I want to see that.
I'm okay with that.
It's like the
If
boys.
it's on HBO, you said?
it'll be on HBO Max.
I could see them getting real dirty with John Cena.
Oh man,
If he's like if you say a douchey version of Captain America, I can see him getting real dirty with him.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Mixture of Deadpool and
And I
Captain
mean,
America. Just real
Suicide
bad.
Squad by James Gunn is set to come out August of 2021 next year. So we can get a taste of the character in that movie and then see, like, oh, hey, that was really funny. Maybe I will watch this HBO Max show. Ladies and gentlemen, video games. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah,
So
all right.
I'm not really happy about this here. The officially licensed 1 terabyte storage expansion card for the Xbox Series X and S costs $219.99. Microsoft announced Thursday. It's available for pre-order now. We can assume that this will probably work best with Microsoft if other external hard drives even work at all. But that's a lot of money, dude. I guess, what do you expect? But it's only a terabyte. So, I mean, like, do you think that that's a good price for a 1 terabyte?
Don't seem
Hard
fair.
I actually don't think so.
I don't
Don't
think
seem
it is.
fair.
Because, I mean,
I think we're going to see a steep price drop after like a year or something.
that wouldn't surprise me. Because it's always easier to bring the price down
Yeah.
than it is to start it at 100 and then be like, wow, these are selling really well. Let's bump it up to 2 or something. You can't do that.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, you guys gave us a system that doesn't have that much memory, so now you're going to charge half of what it costs.
well,
to
I'm
get
assuming,
more.
I'm assuming it's going to have a 1 terabyte to begin with.
Okay.
Because that's kind of the industry standard now.
Mhm.
Because 1 gigabyte, what is it, solid state drive, I believe is what they're coming with.
Oh.
Or 1 terabyte, 1 gigabyte.
I think it's just a way to make more money. I don't know.
For sure, that's what it is.
Duh.
They haven't done.
Yeah.
They just spent $7.5 billion on Bethesda.
But when I say that, what I mean is they could have just started out the original product with way more, but I think they just purposely, cut it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But there are gonna be some spendy controllers coming with that thing too.
Oh, I'm sure. Games are getting bumped up to $69.99 for this next generation, so we can assume controllers will too, because they usually match the game prices. Pretty fair assessment. Yes. Next up, if you've been on social media in the past few weeks and you already know about Among Us, it's a game that's like surged in popularity like overnight, seemingly in the past few weeks of 2020. Even before the rise in popularity, developer Innersloth had announced that the sequel was coming, but now due to the rising popularity of the first game, Innersloth has decided to cancel the sequel to focus on improving aspects of the first. So this is the game where the little dudes run around the spaceship.
It's like a murder mystery game.
Exactly, pretty much. You gotta figure out who's killing who.
You acting kind of sus.
Who
I
does?
say that all the time now. You acting kind of sus.
You're acting kind of sus.
My boss was telling me, he was like, yeah, they have like, what is the little chat room thing that we use for Pokemon? What's that called again?
Discord?
Discord. They have like a
Yeah.
Discord where people talk to each other and like call each other out on it or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And like lie at each other. And I'm like, this seems a little bit excessive.
Once,
for me.
once Velocity Entertainment gets a little more popular, we'll have to open our own Discord.
Yeah, I use Discord for
That would be fun.
everything.
That would be fun.
Yeah, we should. We really should.
Yeah, that would be fun. Like a little movie.
Viva La Dirt League. How do you guys know what Viva La Dirt
Oh,
League is?
for sure. Dude.
Yeah.
They're like my favorites.
Yeah, they have their Discord that I'm a part of.
They do like internet videos and
Yeah.
oh,
We'll have to
so
show
fun.
after. We'll have to show a couple. You'll laugh.
You're gonna love it,
You'll
dude.
laugh.
Especially since you're a big like Witcher, Skyrim
Oh,
fan of that
oh,
stuff, dude.
Epic NPC man. He has to watch all those.
Oh man, I love them. Like I'll be scrolling and like videos I've seen 100 times will pop up and I'll be like, oh well, might as well watch the female armor video.
Oh
Again.
yeah, exactly.
Female armor.
It's just like a
The
bikini.
So I saw, I don't know if you're talking the same thing I am, but it's like you start out and you have all this armor, and the bigger like your armor rating is, bikini, bra.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, that's funny. All right, I put this in video games. I could have put it in movies to beef that up a little bit, but I figured it was more of a video game story because movie listeners probably won't know too much about Yakuza. But on Thursday, Variety reported that Sega, alongside 1212 Entertainment and Wild Sheep Content, is currently developing a live-action movie based on the Yakuza franchise. The studios are looking for someone to pen the script now. The game is a very quirky take on traditional action RPGs since the PlayStation 2 era. The Yakuza series has followed the same protagonist, Kazuma Kiryu, and kind of due to the randomness of the game, it's hard to even explain to anybody who hasn't played it. I've only played 1 and 2, I believe. It'll be interesting to see how this is converted from a video game into live action because, as we know, doesn't transfer over too well a lot of the time. So I'm assuming the audience you're going to catch with this game are going to be Yakuza fans, hardcore Yakuza fans.
Let me act dumb for a minute. That's the like street fighting video game where it's like rival Japanese gangs they're like gangs that are
Right.
fighting each other.
Right. Yep.
And it's RPG style. And
It is.
It reminds me of Grand Theft Auto when I see it. Like,
Ish. Yep.
Okay.
I know the new one is. What is it? Yakuza Like a Dragon, I think, is the new one. That's coming out, and that's going to be turn-based, which is like a complete flop from the other ones.
Uh-huh.
His head tilted.
Yep, I'm in.
He likes
Yeah,
turn-based games.
I'm in. I ain't had one since Final Fantasy X. Give me that.
Ready for another head tilt? Here we go. For 20 years, RuneScape has been exclusive to the browser platform.
Oh come on! RuneScape was so good back in the day.
Players can create a character, level them up from all the convenience of their middle school computer. Before its 20th anniversary, developer Jagex has decided to move both versions of the game to Steam. On October 14th, Greenscape will release Greenscape. That was a typo.
RuneScape.
So I can only kind of text with one hand.
Well, when I read this in the notes, I was like, "Is that a new version of RuneScape?" I don't know.
Nope, that was meant to be RuneScape. So RuneScape will release on Steam on October 14th. And then followed in 2021 will be old school RuneScape. The classic version will be released on Steam. So pretty exciting news for old RuneScape fans like myself. Like,
Yeah, I was a huge fan.
Like
Did you not play?
Nope.
You never played Rune? I thought you said you did.
Nope.
Oh man, well I had you pegged completely wrong for the head turn. I thought you
But you're an RPG guy.
I think a lot of my friends played it, but I was too busy being into
just
like
killing sheep for
chicks.
Jigs. What's that?
That's all well and good, but then you and me signed into our RuneScape accounts, 15 years later when games are cool again, and I'm
Yeah.
level 700 and you're like level 15 because you were with chicks and I grinded killing sheep. And I killed sheep for 9 hours in every algebra class.
Limited priorities.
Your algebra classes were 9 hours.
Yeah.
First of all, over the course of the year. Hey, do you like anime?
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yes.
Would you like some free anime? I bet you would. Starting last Friday, Microsoft Game Pass announced that they are partnering with Funimation to bring you 2 free months of their highest tier, Funimation Premium Plus, for just subscribing to Game Pass. Just one more of the awesome benefits you get for Xbox Game Pass, which makes it, like one of the best deals in gaming out there.
Did you plan on saying it like that from the
I
beginning?
sure did. It's written in the doc. Hey,
Hey!
do you like anime? This is an ad. We're still
Please don't hang up.
we're still not sponsored by Xbox Game Pass though. So, but
We're
now
figuring
if
out
they
ways.
listen to the episode, they know the potential of what the
Yeah.
commercials could be.
You got a good radio voice.
I do. Yeah.
You got a face
Hey.
for radio too.
I can even do
I
like a
get
little. I guess you can't really on Microsoft. It doesn't help much if you do like the Navi. Hey,
Listen. That's Navi. You didn't even get my joke. I said you got a face for radio too. Get it?
Oh man, you're not wrong.
I'm just.
You are not wrong.
It's real good.
It's real.
I'm just gonna get like a Mark Wahlberg picture right here so that it covers up my head.
Oh, that's fun.
Now I'm gonna talk to a goat.
All right, say hello to your mother for
Say
me.
hi to your mother for me. So yeah, if you've been on the fence about getting Game Pass, it's $10 a month. You get same day new releases from Xbox, which will now include all of the Bethesda releases, and now you get 2 free months of free
So-
anime.
I think that is the best deal in gaming right now. But I think everything in our life is going to be subscription based to the point where it's
I'm
like,
sure it is to the point where
which isn't a bad thing necessarily. But then the subscription list is going to add up. Like I already have ESPN Plus, like Netflix. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just adding up pretty quick.
So, few times does a story that I add to the doc motivate me so much that I get out of bed after writing the story, walk into the living room where Tanner is balls to the wall snoring, and boot up my Switch to start playing Pokemon Sword and Shield again.
Okay.
So, tomorrow at 9 a.m., Tuesday at 9 a.m., on the Pokemon YouTube channel, from what we know, we'll be getting some more news for Pokemon Sword and Shield expansions tomorrow. From what we know about the Crown Tundra, we will be getting more than 100 returning Pokemon, 3 new forms for Galarian, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, new legendary Titans, Regieleki, and Regidrago, and the large-headed legendary Calyrex. We can probably expect to see more of that, and if we're lucky, maybe some release dates. November 30th. Calling it. I saw it. You saw it in the store today.
I'm like, was that a lucky guess or?
It says on the eShop store right now expected expected
yeah.
release dates. So we'll see if that's what they're announcing, maybe.
Yeah. Sword and Shield, I've heard nothing but good things from it.
Yeah, and I jumped back in. I had a second playthrough going, so I beat the second playthrough that I had, and then jumped in the Isle of Armor again, and now I'm starting to play through my second playthrough of the Isle of Armor again.
I like it.
So Tanner hasn't even finished it once. He can't fight me.
I need a Switch so bad. There's so much I need to play on it.
There's a lot coming too. New Pokemon Snap and all sorts of
New
stuff.
Zelda
That's
coming
what
out.
I'm hyped for.
Yep.
Was there a first Zelda that was on the Switch when it first got released?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild, which was huge.
Okay, I never got
One of
to
the best Zelda games ever.
Yeah.
I never got to play that one.
Oh, man,
That's so good.
Poor son of a gun. Yeah, now they've already announced Breath of the Wild too. So
Oh,
I have catching up to you.
my twin brother has a Switch. I'm gonna borrow it and beat it, and get Sword and Shield as well.
there you go, dude. Similar to the new Assassin's Creed game, similar to how the new Assassin's Creed game will be moving up to the Xbox release date. Yakuza Like a Dragon will be following suit. That's the game I was just talking about with the turn-based style switch. Originally set for the 13th of November, the release date will be moving back to November 10th to rival or to launch alongside the Xbox One X. The game is still set for a March 2nd, 2021 release date on the PlayStation 5, so it'll be exclusive to the Xbox Series S and X there for a while. And I'll be danged if that's not the end of my video game news too. But I got some fun stuff to talk about for sports today.
Is it Daddy's time to shine?
But we had a pretty awesome weekend last week.
Good weekend.
Explosive night for title fights on Saturday during UFC 253. Although I wasn't familiar with a lot of the card, honestly. The two fights making up the co-main and the main events were absolute wars, dude. Absolute battles. So
I'm gonna pull up the full card. Keep going.
yeah, no, go ahead. To begin, I'm going to jump into the co-main event here. Jan Blachowicz, surprising many fans by delivering a nasty TKO to Dominic Reyes in the second round. Many people believe that Reyes beat John Jones. I disagree. For the title in their last bout, which makes it more disappointing to them that he was stopped so brutally. It was nasty. Like they broke his nose in like two places. Like,
did you see his rib? Did you see his rib?
Yeah, dude. He ripped him up, dude. That was a fight.
That was like 2 leg kicks.
You know what? Just because I hate both of you right
rib
now,
kicks.
and I love Dominic Reyes.
Well,
You know, like the only thing he tweeted about that is like, man, I never pulled the trigger. I was just kind of standing there the whole time letting the fight happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not going to comment on his, Instagram because he's not going to say anything back to me. But I really wanted to just be like, yeah, why? Why? Please tell me.
Sometimes in those 5-round fights, they start out slow, but I don't understand it really.
I mean, maybe he didn't think he was going to get finished like that, and maybe he was going to come alive.
And then when he finally did pull the trigger, it looked like they both hit each other and rocked each other. And then Jan came forward with more, and he didn't come forward with more, and that was the end.
Okay, I'm gonna hot take. Jan Blachowicz is the new Rumble Johnson of 205 because his hammer fists, dude. Dominic Reyes was blocking the hits, and they were still like, when blocking and rolling up the punches.
I thought you were saying the new Rumble. I was like, what do you mean? He's a good striker, but he can't wrestle?
Well, probably that. Probably.
Yeah.
Have we seen Jan wrestle?
He actually has the record at light heavyweight for highest takedown landing. It's like 53% of his takedowns.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, I'm just saying that Dominic was blocking the punches, and they were still like destroying him. It's like,
which is funny because before the fight, Reyes was like, I'm quick enough, and I can eat those hits, and I'm quick enough to get out
So
of
he's
the way.
like, this is light heavyweight. Everybody hits hard. I'm used to it. I was like, apparently not.
Apparently,
Because now you have 2 noses.
Yeah.
Because that was rough, dude. Because I've been there when like your one leg goes and then you try to catch it with the other one, and now they're both like
because you're
scissoring.
You lose control of your body.
Yeah.
You're like, what is going on?
And then I saw him when he picked up his leg and he moved it to a new position to try and get his footing, and it was over. He hit the ground.
It's almost like you ever
man,
stood up and not known that your foot was asleep.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Speaking of leg stuff, though, can we move on to the main event?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's 3 big things on the back of what's his name's calf.
So
Paulo Costa.
So the main event, I'll just say quick. The main event was Israel Adesanya versus Paulo Costa for the middleweight.
Both undefeated.
Yeah, both undefeated. 19-0, 19-0, 13-0.
So Paulo Costa had these big from cupping. You guys know they do the cupping thing, and he had 3 really big cupping things on the back of his calf. And looking at the rest of his body, he didn't have them anywhere else, which would lead me to believe that he's having a calf problem.
Mm-hmm.
So what did Adesanya do? Destroyed that leg.
Yeah, that gave it away. So
it did. If I would have seen that, I would have done the same exact thing.
Yeah, I actually put that in my notes too. Like relentless and brutal attacks to his left leg, which showed clear signs of cupping, possibly an existing injury.
Yeah.
And he chopped that thing
Well, it's
to
weird too.
pieces.
Sometimes you see like the cupping. You see it usually on guys like on their upper shoulder if they have shoulder issues, like going down the middle of their back. But I'm not going to punch you in the shoulder. I'm not going to punch you in the back. You put it on your calf. I'm kicking that leg out from under you. Dude.
So what he should have done is cupped both legs and his back just to be like.
Should have just cupped everywhere.
Yeah,
Should have
cupped everywhere.
like a Dalmatian.
It was just his calf or just his legs. I was like, oh, man, those are clear targets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. Get
Which would have been one thing if his legs were fine and he just like cupped him just to put a target on him so that he didn't throw.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
also
but-
like how Adesanya threw the old, what I call the old Doug Jenkins combo. It's where you're in the middle of throwing your right hand, you start throwing your head kick, and your head kick, by the time you miss your punch on purpose, your head kick's coming right over
Because
their
the
shoulder.
because the momentum.
Right. Yeah. Doug used to land that on people all the time, especially during practice. It happened to me, I'm not gonna lie. Not fun
Right.
feeling. But he landed that on him, and I was like, ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, so Paulo Costa was no stranger to promising victory and taunting.
Yeah.
Adesanya
The
all
white
way
belt
through, the
thing.
white belt at the way
Yeah,
in.
who got mounted by a white belt?
Is Adesanya really a white belt still?
You know what? I feel like in Australia they don't do a whole lot of gi,
Yeah.
so they don't really rank up like other people do. But I feel like he's been doing jiu-jitsu long enough to where
Yeah.
if you had to rank him, I would say he's probably close to a brown belt.
That's like
Right.
how that's
just
like
the amount of training he's
the
had.
jujitsu we do with Joe. We do no gi, and you can't rank up doing
No.
So
We could always just put like a little stripe on our hand or something.
yeah, we just tattoo.
Just never wash
Little,
it.
little sunshine stickers.
Yeah, there you go.
On a piece of constructed paper.
You got 3 sunshine stickers. You want to test for your belt next week?
Would you like to test for your heart sticker? Oh, I wouldn't mess with him, man. He's an eggplant sticker.
He's eggplants. 2 rainbows.
So yeah, quick and powerful kicks to the body put an end to this fight, and the head. That one kick to the head, that was it. After a few seconds of ground and pound, the fight was called off by the ref, and Adesanya celebrated by mounting and pretending to sodomize Paulo Costa.
Did he get fined for that?
I don't think he did, but a lot of people aren't happy about it.
Dude, if they didn't,
Paula already tweeted about it.
they didn't find what is his name? His nickname's Toquinho. He was the dude who got in trouble for leg locking people too long and not letting go of the leg locks.
Oh yeah.
They kicked him out of the UFC. They never fined him. If they didn't fine him for ripping people's knees to
They're
shreds,
not
I
gonna
think
find
they're
him
not
for
gonna fine him
excessive celebration.
Because
excessive humping.
I heard I thought they didn't fine him because he didn't technically break the rules, but they had enough information to kick him out, like say we don't want you. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Unless he did technically break the rules, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Well, I guess the one dude got kicked out for like overholding submissions. Like if the ref tells you to stop, you stop.
yeah.
I don't think while he was mid hump, the
Yeah.
ref was like,
Right.
"Stop humping," and he's like, "Oh,
Stop.
sorry." Yeah.
Well,
I thought that was
because he did hump, and then the ref was like, "Get out of here," and he got out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, I mean, a lot of people aren't happy that he did it.
I mean, Diaz can jump on the fence with 2 fingers up and say "F you" to everybody in the crowd. And
I mean,
not for him.
Khabib's family can jump over. Khabib can jump over the
and
fence,
start
punch
fighting
people,
in the crowd.
and he still gets called back to the UFC.
Right, and now people are ripping Izzy's head off for this. And I'm
Dana
like,
White's like, "Do I fine him or do I just enjoy the publicity we're getting from this?"
Dana
enjoy
White has a
publicity.
huge smile as
Yeah.
like Khabib's family's beating everyone up.
Pretty much.
oh man,
Uh,
there's no doubt about that. No, what an awesome main and co-main event.
yeah.
Congratulations to Izzy and.
Can I bring up
Jan.
just 2 small things earlier in the fight? First of all, Diego Sanchez got
So
destroyed.
I actually have that
oh,
coming up later.
okay. I won't bring it up.
So the Diego Sanchez stuff.
yeah,
but
you go ahead.
but if there's anything else,
Well, I was gonna say Ketlin Vieira, who most people don't know about her. I think she might be next up for a title fight. I know, like
yeah.
beating
Oh, hell
Eubanks is not like.
She was huge.
Which weight class was this for the females? Was it
Uh,
135?
Let me see. I think it's 125.
I
Well,
feel
no,
like-
it might be 35.
I think it's 35.
She was a monster lady compared to her
Here's my
opponent.
thing. You really have to beat somebody in like the top
Oh,
3.
Yeah.
You have to beat somebody in the top 3 in the female weight class in order to get a title,
Mhm.
according to me. Because
Right.
if you're going to fight Amanda Nunes or Zhang Weili, I'm sorry, a couple
Yeah.
fights in the UFC is not going to do it for me. I want somebody in the top 3.
Well, she did beat McMahon, Kat Zingano, but she did lose to Aldana, and I think Aldana's fighting Holly Holm next.
Yes.
I already know.
That's next week. That's
Okay.
next week.
Yep, that's next week.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, but Kat Zingano was top-ish.
She hasn't been the same since Rousey beat her.
no.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think you're right, but Ketlin Vieira is looking really good.
Agreed. I just want, if it's 135, let her fight, let her fight Holly Holm.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Holly Holm's just the gatekeeper
She
forever
is.
for 2 weight classes.
It's unfortunate because I love Holly Holm,
I do too.
but she's not getting the belt back. I don't think as much as she wants it.
I know.
I don't think it's happening for her.
I know.
I think something that we're going to see, and I'm not going to like put a lot of eggs in this basket, but I feel like with Amanda Nunes being at 145, and I don't think she really gains a whole lot of weight to go to 145. I feel like she just cuts less.
Mm-hmm.
But if she did gain any at all and was going back down to 135, I feel like that cut would affect her a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
More than it would before, because I know she was already cutting from like 160. So,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if she put on 5-10 pounds, thinking, oh hey, I'm at 145, I could put on a little bit of weight, and then she tries to go back down to 135 to defend that belt, that might be some serious trouble for her.
All right, you heard it here first. That's where Tanner's putting all his eggs in that
All
same
of my
basket.
eggs.
All.
Nunez has a bad weight cut, gets owned.
Hot take.
Hot take.
How about that Young fight where the dude missed weight or whatever and won?
2 people missed weight by 4 pounds.
Yeah, one lost,
Israel went off about
but Israel went off about that.
He wasn't happy.
Because they only get, what, a 30%
Yeah.
pay cut or whatever for that.
And he said it should be 90.
It should be 90 because then they won't miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll do everything they can to not miss. They get
It used to be, and I don't know when it changed to 30, but forever it was 20%. For years it was 20%.
I don't think that's enough because here you are a professional, especially if you're a professional.
Yeah.
This is what you do
It's
for
your
a
job.
living
You don't miss
to
weight.
make that weight or don't get paid.
I understand there's things that happen. I missed weight one time by like 8 pounds, and I had the flu, and I still fought when I had the flu. But it was like I had the flu. I was sweating for like 3 days, and my body couldn't sweat anymore.
Right, and I mean we're not.
Yeah.
We're good fighters, but we're not professionals. We're
Well,
not,
yeah, but it was also one of those things where I've never missed weight before until that happened, and it was
Right.
I had the flu, and I told them straight, I was like, I don't want to fight, and they were like, well, no, you're gonna fight. And I was like,
Yeah,
I don't want to weigh in overweight, and they're like, no, you're gonna weigh in overweight, and you're still gonna fight. And I was like, okay.
Okay, well, yeah.
No, it's a bummer.
Well, then it's not even on you.
End result: KO, 6 seconds in the first round. So
But yeah,
brush that off.
I'm kind of on Izzy's side on that one, dude. Like it's your job to make weight, and you're not making weight, and you're.
I think 90% is a bit harsh. How about I actually wrote this into Trail Sun's podcast. Like I actually had a plan.
Yeah.
Your first time missing weight, 30, maybe 40% pay cut.
Right. Like a first time
But
offense.
yeah, first time offense, fine. Second time missing weight, 50% forced to move up in weight class,
Mm-hmm.
and then third time get kicked out of the UFC. Isn't that pretty?
I would say, if you think about it, how many times did Gastelum miss weight before they made him go
yeah.
to middleweight?
Yeah.
You know.
That's what I'm saying. Your second time, you should be forced to move up to,
If
and
you
you
can't
should.
make weight twice. Yeah, I agree with that.
And then
move up
3 strikes, you're out too. By the way,
for sure. I would agree with that. Sounds
I
pretty
should.
fair.
Step on the scale, knowing what's going to happen, and you look over, and Dana White's just like, "You're
You're out.
After you fight though, because I need the
He's just
pay
like
per views.
he's just like holding your contract.
You should rip it."
True.
So, native Sioux Falls boy,
Bryce Logan.
Bryce Logan
Oh,
on the Bellator,
On
man.
the Bellator.
Just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Thanks,
Give
Michael Chandler, for going to the UFC and leaving that division wide open for my boy.
Heck yeah, dude. Yeah, he's gonna come in and slay it.
Everybody, dude.
So
Everybody's getting
shout out to Bryce Logan, man. Congrats, dude. Where do you think? Who do you think he goes for first? Bellator.
He's honestly, he's going to be a filler on a couple cards.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
away.
Yeah.
He needs
But-
a couple.
If he does what I think he's going to do, and put some leather on people,
Impresses. Yeah.
I think he moves up to the pay-per-view battles pretty quick.
Yeah, we'll hope
And-
so, man.
155 is a pretty deep division.
If I remember right, he was a wrestler, right? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wrestler and a football player.
Yeah. So he has an athletic background, obviously.
Yes, very athletic.
But yeah, happy for the Sioux Falls native boy. Congrats, Bryce Logan, man.
Did Michael Chandler did lose his belt to Rafa? No, it was a new guy. He just lost his belt.
Oh, Patricio Pitbull.
Oh yeah. Oh duh. It was
Patricio
Pitbull.
Pitbull. Yeah.
Pitbull's so underrated. He's so good.
I don't like him that much.
Really.
No.
So with Michael Chandler moving up to UFC, who's first for him and why?
I need to get more familiar with the Bellator roster.
No, Michael Chandler moved over to the
To
UFC.
the UFC.
Oh, you're saying
man.
first for?
So-
Oh, I thought
Who's
you were saying
first for
first for Bryce Logan.
Right.
Oh,
First for Michael Chandler, I said it earlier too. I thought this is an interesting matchup. I was like, it's got to be somebody coming off of a loss, but it's also got to be somebody in the top 10. And that left me with 2 people: Dustin Poirier, which I think would be a great fight, or Dan
Dan
Hooker.
Hooker.
I think those are both super interesting fights for Michael Chandler.
And you have to put him against a top guy because he was just the
He
champ.
has to be in the top 10.
You can't. It's irresponsible to put him against a 20 ranked guy. He's gonna kill him.
Yeah, no way.
Okay, Dan.
And he did. He literally, Chandler just destroyed Ben Henderson not that long ago.
Yeah.
Destroyed him.
Which
I've not
sucked.
seen Ben Henderson
Which
finish like that ever.
Because I was gonna say this is a bad call. I was gonna say Mickey Gall, but then I was like, he's gonna kill Mickey Gall. He's gonna
different
kill.
weight class, dude. Miguel's
No.
170.
Oh, you're right. I thought Mickey Gall went down to 155 to fight.
If he did go to 155, that's dope.
Oh, maybe not. No, you're okay.
But he has like 6'2", 6'3", so I don't know.
No, yeah, maybe
Yeah.
he can't. You're right. I was.
So thanks for being CM Punk. We love you.
I almost maybe he did fight CM Punk at 170. You might be right.
I think
Okay.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
let's see.
But yeah, those are my
That's a
two.
good one, Dick.
Poirier and Hooker. Those are my two.
Those are good ones.
Those are my
You
buzzwords.
hear Khabib said anyone who beats Dustin Poirier is next for the title. That's like what Khabib said.
Then that sounds like the fight to make, because Chandler's like, I want to fight for the title right away. Well, no, get in line. However, I don't know if you guys know this.
Right.
If Gaethje gets hurt, Michael Chandler is the replacement.
Oh.
He's already slated as the replacement if Gaethje gets hurt for any reason. A lot of people are pissed off about that, but he's already kind of like just like sitting in the background, like, I'll take it if it happens. If not, who am I going to fight? Give me somebody else, you know?
Right.
Okay. Huh.
But yeah, he is slated as the replacement.
Dang, okay, I didn't know that at all.
155 is so thick right now.
It is
Oh, man, it's
a
juicy.
thick division, dude.
It's
always
juicy.
been that way, though.
You could put him against he's one of my favorites. He's the announcer. He had that amazing fight with Dan Hooker, maybe fight of the year.
Oh, Paul Felder.
Paul
I mentioned that earlier, too. Yeah.
Okay, Paul Felder versus Michael Chandler. That'd get some press.
That would be a pretty good one.
No,
Why was I forgetting?
I'd like that.
The Irish Dragon.
Yeah.
The Irish.
That's a dragon sound, right? Yeah.
That's an Irish. It's a drunk dragon. It's Irish.
Speaking of Irish, Conor McGregor,
Ooh, here we go.
possibly coming out of retirement for a super fight with Manny Pacquiao.
It is completely happening. It was announced, and they're also saying that a majority of the stuff that they're doing with the money with this, neither of them are getting a very big payday because most of it's going to COVID relief in the Philippines.
Oh.
Well, that's kind of cool, though.
That is
and they both agreed that
Yeah.
that was their idea. Or?
I think it was Manny Pacquiao's idea more than anything.
Okay.
And that's what I believe he said he's doing with his stuff. I don't know on Conor's end what's going to happen. He's probably going to punch an old guy or something. But
Yeah, he's gonna ruin it
he's
somehow.
going to ruin it somehow. But as far as the fight itself goes, the speed disadvantage is just going to be too much, and I just don't see. I'd love to say Conor's going to land a left hand, but I said that would be Floyd.
Yeah, I know.
The speed is just going to be too much, and I don't think it's going to work
I
for
mean, I'm
him.
glad he's dipped his toes in it and he knows that, hey, fourth round, I was like, yes.
Yeah.
But
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about this, though, Pacquiao's getting up there in the
He is.
40s, isn't he?
He's pretty old.
He might not be as because when he fought Mayweather, that was like the peak of his speed.
But Manny Pacquiao's still putting together some impressive wins.
Yeah.
I mean,
Also, another interesting thing is he's a small dude. Like he fought at 125 for years,
yeah.
and McGregor's probably 180 right now.
Well, McGregor, walks
And
around
he-
at
he's
he's
like,
a thick boy right
And
now.
he fight at 153 or 155.
so there will be a big size advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, like we talked about Logan Paul versus Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul's going to have a huge size advantage, but I don't think he stands a chance.
Well, yeah, it'd be about 15 pounds,
Oh,
depending on how much weight he cuts, because he fought at 170 in his pro boxing thing.
Yeah.
And Mayweather be 153 to 155.
Okay.
But that's still 15 pounds, and if he had to cut to 170, it's a little more.
And 15 pounds is a good advantage. I just don't think that Logan
There's a
Paul's
little
going
bit of a
to.
height advantage because I think he's about 6'1".
He's a tall one, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting. By the way, I saw your guys' shower curtain, so I'm gonna try and go to the bathroom more. I just noticed that, and I was like, "What?" In the
So
world?
our shower curtain is Conor McGregor sparring up next to a heavy bag, butt naked.
from ESPN, the nude magazine.
How did you guys even get that?
It was.
I got it custom.
I
didn't
got
I?
it custom made.
Oh, really?
I had it delivered. It took like 2 months.
Thanks for calling Custom Shower Curtains. How can I help you? Can me naked Conor McGregor's in there.
Naked,
We have a whole line.
naked Conor McGregor.
I have a fully clothed Conor. No, I need a naked Conor McGregor.
Naked, naked Conor.
That's hilarious.
And for the listeners that are like, which way is he facing? His butt is facing towards the picture, so you're not seeing Irish meat dangling or anything.
Irish
so.
meat.
Sadly.
Sadly.
salami.
Irish salami. Serve-a-lot. Kind of jumping back to the UFC rather than boxing. What do you think UFC sets up for Kazmat Chimaev? Or however I'm supposed to say that next.
Honestly, I feel bad for whoever they give it next because the way that he's going up in the rankings and the way he's like making a splash right now, whoever they give next to him is somebody they don't care about.
Yeah.
Like, if you schedule him against somebody, then like you get that phone call like, you want to fight him? Like, yeah, sure. I mean, I have to fight whoever you tell me to. But what did I do? What did I do to make you mad at me? Like, if I got that phone call, that's the only thing I could think of.
People who miss weight should have to fight him.
Yeah.
That's your punishment.
Oh,
That's your strike 2 punishment.
Oh,
This
yeah.
way,
straight to
you gotta fight Cosmo.
Strike 1, 30%. Strike 2, they're like, no, don't say
For
it.
those who don't know, he's the guy who rocked his TKO knockout in 17 seconds on his last card. Not last weekend, but the one before.
And before that, he fought twice in 10 days and won both fights by outstriking his opponents. I think it was 355 to 1.
So yeah,
Both of them.
Yeah.
talented kid there. I mean,
Yeah.
he might be going places.
And is this because he can go back and forth, but I don't know which
you can do
weight,
170, 180.
I don't know which weight class he's more comfortable at, but it leaves a lot of options for him.
Right.
Like, a lot of
Oh,
options.
were you guys gonna go ahead first? Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
whatever.
I gotta say, Calvin Gastelum, who also can kind of switch between 170 and 185.
No.
Well, not anymore. Yeah.
Definitely is not allowed to go back to 170 after
Yeah. After that.
an atrocious weight cut by missed like 16 pounds.
Calvin Gastelum's ranked about 8 or 9. I want to see a top 10 opponent eventually. Maybe not. Maybe he should fight one more guy who's like ranked 20.
You know what? And here's the thing. And I think I'm not saying we should punish this guy, but I don't like him. Leon Edwards has been calling out everybody and he hasn't fought since the last time.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz has fought twice since the last time he fought.
Right.
But Leon
So-
Edwards did get screwed over because he got stuck in England forever for the
Yeah.
COVID thing.
I understand. But you called everybody out. You've been sitting on the sidelines for a long time. You're on a winning streak. You're supposed to be this like surgeon dude.
Mhm.
Fight him.
Here's my only problem with that. Leon Edwards is ranked like what, 2, 3? That's like, I don't know. That might be a leap. Do you think that's?
Well, this dude just won 3 fights in the
Yeah.
span of like 2 months,
oh
and one of them in 17 seconds. If he's not in the top 15, I don't.
no, he's in the top 15. It's just I know his 3 wins were against people who I've largely never heard of. Wait, no, his last. No, I knew the guy.
Last one was against
Oh, yeah.
that German.
Oh, I know the
German.
guy.
I can't remember the German
Yeah.
name. Mirk or something like that.
Yeah. He could fight. I would say Tyron Woodley, but Tyron Woodley, no, he
Not
can't.
anymore.
Yeah,
No,
no.
I don't know about that.
Stephen
What a
Thompson.
smart thing to do.
Oh,
This is a smart thing that we should do. Give him a really like one of the best wrestlers at 170, because his game is like Khabib. He takes people down, he mauls them.
Yeah.
Give him a good wrestler.
Give him a rest.
Right. Yep.
I say that's the best way.
Well, all the top people seem to be wrestlers. I mean, you have Colby and Kamara, and Woodley's a wrestler.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Bring Ben Askren out of retirement. Let's do this.
Ben Askren talked about it.
Let's do this.
Oh man. Need right into retirement. Funk.
And I was gonna say Jared Cannonier, but he's next for the title.
He is. Well, he's fighting.
No, he's fighting Whitaker.
Whitaker next. Yep.
And that's at 185. Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what he said. If he can beat Whitaker on a sign, he'll take that fight.
Cannonier's so underrated.
So
Mhm. I mean, he'll probably get smashed by Israel, but
I think Whitaker might smash him. I still think I think Whitaker is just one of the most ridiculous dudes in that division. He doesn't look big. He doesn't look strong. He's not the greatest wrestler. He's not super technical with everything he does. But for some reason, he just puts it all together and makes it work.
right.
I think Whitaker's great.
True.
So on my last sports story here, to kind of touch on what you were getting after earlier, when is it time to kind of force a fighter to retire? So
My God, that.
Diego Sanchez was handed like a nasty L by a man who was 11 years old when he won the first season of the Contender Series. 11 years old, and this dude like nasty, just wrecked him. And he looked bad.
Yeah.
The same has been said about Donald Cowboy Cerrone.
Also, you gotta think one of his wins recently was that Misha guy, that dude that's flying around all the place. An illegal knee that gave Diego the W.
Right.
Winning a fight that he was getting owned in. So
Oh yeah.
I heard Dana White defending him, saying, "Oh, he's won like 3 out of his last 5." Let's call it 2 out of his last 5.
And let's see who those 2 wins were against. Were
Yeah.
they tin cans?
Pretty much.
So like you were kind of starting to say earlier, Diego looked bad coming in.
26-30 was the
It's
final score.
hard to make that decision for fighters though, because if you look at it, like dude, Chris Weidman just lost 5 in a row,
Right.
and like 3 of them were by nasty, terrible
Yeah.
knockouts. That like
I
he's
defend
done.
Chris on a few of those losses. Like I thought the one against I always forget the Bellator guy.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Gegard Mousasi.
Gegard Mousasi. Yep.
So that one was like a half illegal knee. There's been a few losses of Chris Weidman where I'm like,
But again, it's like
Yeah.
he's taken so much damage in his losses. People thought he should retire. Now he's on a winning streak again.
Right.
yeah, true.
So it's. I mean, I don't think it's up to us to say it, but he did not look good,
No.
and it
No.
could have just been a bad night.
And I
But
think it's when age meets quality of
Yeah.
of like fight performance. Because I mean he's he pushing 50 now?
he left.
yeah.
He left. I'm pretty sure he
Like
left
30.
Greg Jackson's gym in
he's
Albuquerque.
just older.
Is he 38? I don't know.
After he left the Greg Jackson's gym in Albuquerque, where he was training forever, and that was like the premier gym in the world, he left there to go to Cowboys BMF Ranch.
Right.
Left there, and now he just has like, what's it, like a, God, this is gonna sound bad, it's like a guru that just teaches him.
Oh, that's right. His weird ass guru.
His weird guru. He doesn't have like a head trainer. He doesn't do like.
Did you see
actual
that
training
video?
stuff
That's right.
Yeah.
And
So,
people
like-
were commenting on that too after he lost.
If we had-
Like,
if we had-
I guess your guru didn't do it.
Yeah. If we had Greg Jackson, Winklejohn Camp, Diego Sanchez, I think he could stick around for a year or two.
Yeah.
Did you see that video of the guru like walking back and forth between the heavy bag and like saying this is like an exercise I make Diego do or something like that? It
That
was
sounds terrible.
no, and everyone was watching it like, what in the world am I watching? It's like some weird Eastern mysticism.
He like has him get down and like do this. And crap, walk up and down the mat.
Well, he's lighting incense candles.
Yeah.
Incense
He's
candles.
got incense in his hands and he's just waving them around him like this. Oh man,
Oh man.
that's bad.
But he-
Because like Dana White said the same thing about Cerrone too. Like it's gonna,
Okay.
it's gonna break his heart.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to have that
I don't
talk.
You
I
never
had-
really see him in fights where he's not super competitive, except for
Yeah, I think Dana White overstepped on that one.
I believe so.
Because let's remember, he basically won his last fight against Anthony Pettis.
I agree.
Everybody like collectively agreed he won that fight.
I agree.
Yeah. And then let's not forget this fight was super competitive.
Yep.
I think that Dana White kind of overstepped there. It's like,
Yeah, I don't think he's there yet. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Dana White thinks that. Maybe he just wants the controversy.
maybe Dana
like he
White's
said.
just tired of him being a weirdo. Like we see him fight and we know that they have some form of relation. Yeah, I think these guys are at the hotels together, at the fights together, in the back rooms together. Maybe this dude's just being a weirdo to Dana. And Dana's like, I'm sick of you, dude. You are a weirdo, dude. I don't want to be around you anymore.
Maybe it's the same with Diego Sanchez. He's just like 45 years of this.
This hallway is 600 feet long and you're crab walking down it with incense in your hand. I don't want to do this anymore.
I came into the hotel room and you had the entire comforter in your shorts.
Oh, that's so bad.
Oh my gosh, that's so.
That's a good way. That's a good way to end right there.
I think so too. Boys.
I think it's Pokemon time.
yeah.
I think so too. Now you gotta kind of help redeem here.
Yeah, I get 16
Michael.
questions.
Michael got it wrong last week. We
Can I at least? Okay, go
he
ahead.
had the right idea in mind, but he called out the wrong name, so we decided to let Tanner decide, and Tanner has decided that it will be an L.
I guess if you listened last week, you would already know. I got screwed over. I said Clefairy, it was a Clefable, and there's a whole. I was on a roll, but
He was on a roll. He almost had it, and I think he had the right one in mind.
yeah.
It was just the name
Yeah.
that got him. So
Don't worry,
Let's
Dad.
do-
Daddy's here.
let's do a number between 1 and 17.
117, huh? Unlucky number 13.
I'll never forgive you for that.
I'm never.
That's it. You guys are gonna lose now. Let's see if I can do this with one hand.
It's gonna straight up be a Pidgey.
I did it with one hand last week. Yeah.
Oh yeah, how's it? Your arm.
These are upside down.
Some of mine.
1, 2. Don't be cheating.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. 13. All right, boys. You got lucky twice in a row with typing, and then you didn't on your last one. So
Yeah. Oops.
let the game begin, boys.
I'll type in. I usually type in Twitch chat what we know.
Is it a first gen Pokemon?
Yes.
First turn. Oh, yeah, I guess. Usually we go with the types now.
Yeah, what type should we go for first?
I say rock.
Is it a rock Pokemon?
No.
I want to try normal now.
Yeah, normal's a big one.
Is it a normal type Pokemon?
No.
Not normal. First gen, not rock, not normal. Usually, last week I had to go through all the types, and I finally got to fairy.
There's a lot of types, man. It's definitely one you can get hung up on because there's definitely more than 20 types in the game.
Yeah, which is it's not really unfair, but tail one's always a good one. I feel like we go back to that.
Yeah,
whenever
sorry, yeah. Does it have a tail?
No.
No tail. Oh, Zach Lind is online. Yes.
Does it fly?
Yes.
Oh, it does fly. Wait, I got to.
Like, you might
I got
be
to
like,
say-
all right, I got some ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell Zach he can't give it because he's typing to me in Twitch chat. I'm like, you can't give it away this week. You
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
fuckers.
We got a full.
I need to redeem him or myself or something.
We got a full game this week, so.
All right, let's see.
You can rub it in later. Fool.
Fool.
Fool. I was gonna say electric, but how many electrics are there in first gen? There's
You gotta remember it can fly.
Oh, duh. There's no.
And there's no tail.
Well,
There's no tail. It flies, but it doesn't have a tail.
but when you say fly, you obviously mean like you can use flying on it, like the actual ability, and it works.
Like the move?
Yeah.
I mean,
Because when you say fly, you could say like a gas leaf or like a
like a hover.
hover, or even like some electric
Well, then
type.
what,
Like
I mean, would you consider hover fly?
yeah. I don't.
Like that's what it comes down to.
I just assume.
So you're saying it hovers? All right.
Do you want to ask that question?
Like,
Is it a ghost type?
No.
He fucking baited us.
He baited us.
He's fucking.
Baited us.
How many questions are we at?
6.
Zach said he hoped
I
we
feel like we should just try to get fire and water out of there.
Yeah.
Is it a fire type?
Nope.
Is it a water type?
No.
What the fuck is this thing?
An unknown Pokemon.
Alright, so.
But I guess we could ask the hover question because like there's such a difference between flying and just hovering.
Well, it's not a ghost type, so.
Oh.
I already asked that one. So.
And did it have a
Wait,
tail?
you said it wasn't normal either, right?
No tail. No tail.
But it's not fucking normal rock, fire, or water. What the fuck is it? In first gen? Because this is before they had all the extra ones.
I mean,
Right.
it could be like ice or wait, no, ice wasn't. Was that first?
Well,
Yeah.
Articuno was.
Well, yeah, like sea
Lapras.
and Lapras and all that stuff.
Grass was in the first one. There's a lot of grass actually. Or am I thinking of?
Tanner's like, I need to get this because I can't fail.
I feel like grass and bug were really big in first gen.
Is it brown?
No.
Mm-hmm.
That literally rules out like half the birds.
Yeah.
That rules out Spearow, Fearow, Pidgey, Pidgeotto, and Pidgeot. So
that rules out a lot of.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good question because there are a lot of brown Pokemon.
I'm trying to think of other birds other than those guys. It's not an Aerodactyl because that's a rock Pokemon.
Well, I'm going towards like Beedrill is kind of brown.
Beedrill.
They're kind of, I don't know. No, well, it's not really brown. He's
Butterfree.
yellow. He's yellow. Butterfree, did you say? Okay.
Is it a third evolution?
No.
No,
That's 10.
not third.
But it can fly.
I say
That
I say.
rules out Beedrill and Butterfree.
Oh, so do we even ask insect at this point, or grass? Well,
I can't think of any more that fly.
hmm.
Is it electric type?
Nope.
Wait, I'm pretty sure we already asked that. Didn't
No,
we? Oh,
no. That was the last one I wanted.
You were
I'm trying to get all the legendary birds out of the way, to be honest, because I got all that takes care of all the
Dale
legendary
says
birds.
we should ask if is it rare, but there's only a few.
That's not a yes or no question. No.
Yeah. Well, it is.
Is it rare?
Is it?
Yes or no question. But,
Should we or no?
but there's only
Okay. Is it rare?
no.
Not rare. Well, that does help us though.
He's like, I don't want 2 Pokeballs up there.
It's not rare, meaning you could probably run into it like in the field when you're walking or wherever you are, a cave. But it does fly. Damn, let's just describe your sex life in a Pokemon movie.
I don't get mad. I feel like Samuel L. Jackson right now. Is he a bitch?
Does he look like a
Does
bitch?
he look like a bitch? Ah.
Oh, wait, flying type didn't exist in Gen 1, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
But we didn't ask that. We asked, like, does
It's
it
that flying, hovering thing. That's
Oh.
back to whether you guys want to ask if it hovers or flies.
Are you
Okay.
saying, are you strongly suggesting we ask that?
Maybe.
Should we?
Just do it.
Okay. Is it the hovering thing, not the flying?
It's
off?
the hovering.
Okay, it hovers, not totally flies.
But it's not a ghost Pokemon.
Zach said Snorlax, but Snorlax is rare, super rare, I think.
He also doesn't fucking hover.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yo, this dude can't be thrown out.
Well,
guesses. What is he doing?
Yeah, true. Oh no, he was trying to throw us off because Snorlax was
yeah.
so out of. He's not actually throwing out real guesses.
Looking at you, Zach.
Yeah, look at Zach.
He's like messing with him now.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to real.
All right, joke guesses. I'm okay with.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Venom. No.
trying to think of stuff that just levitates. Like Abra, Kadabra, or no? Abra, I guess Abra floats.
Well,
But I asked if he was brown.
we should ask about poison type because there's a couple of those that float.
Oh, motherfucker, I got you now.
Look at me like that.
How many questions are we at?
13.
Is it a poison type?
Yes. He about fist bumped his laptop.
Is it a second evolution?
No.
Is it a first evolution?
Yes. That's 16.
Is it purple?
Yes, 17.
What are you thinking? You're thinking
Coughing.
Well, that's what. But wait. Before we have a couple more questions because I did this last week and I got screwed last.
Does it have a skull and crossbones on it?
Yes.
Are we gonna get screwed?
Is it
up?
coughing?
It's coughing.
Yes. Woo! I'm putting it up there too.
He's like, I'm gonna put it up there.
Next to the card of shame.
Good job, boys. Got it in 18 questions.
Actually, I give all credit to you because when you said poison type,
Poison.
Yeah.
I got you.
Well, because I remember I was like, they do flow.
Yeah. I'm sitting here thinking stuff that floats, and I'm just like,
You're like, does it fly? I'm like, yes. I'm
Yeah,
like, technically yes, but no, you can't
So I
fly on it.
I
That's
say
why I was like, ask the hover question.
for next week instead of saying does it fly, we should ask I don't know,
Right.
I don't even know how to say it. I guess we'll just say is it the hover thing or the
I guess
does
if
he
you
look like a bitch?
because if it's a flying type, then you can fly on it.
Yeah.
Usually. So
Yeah.
Do we have a few more questions? No, we don't. Does it have a skull and crossbones? Yeah, it does.
There's another Pokemon we weren't thinking of that has skull and crossbones.
you know what? Yes, it does. Good job, guys.
How many questions was it? 16?
17, 18.
Oh, we were at the
Very good.
We're getting there.
That was a difficult one.
It was the poison. Once you got poison, it was in there.
Did I redeem myself from last week?
Yes, you did. You were key in my success there.
Good.
All right. Well,
What did Dale say? Tentamon?
that's a Digimon.
That's a Digimon.
Oh, he was joking. They're just trying to throw us off.
All right.
That's all I got for you today, boys. If we
Oh, sorry. We can do a separate thing for my Scuff League too.
no, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that like right now.
Do it now.
First, before we do that, sex life in a Pokemon move.
In a Pokemon movie. Okay,
Describe your sex life.
Dazzlingly.
I'm going with my man Lickitung back there. Lick.
Oh, I was gonna say
There you
something.
go. There you go.
Well, now I don't know, just squirt gun, I guess. I don't
Yes.
know.
I'm changing your mind to double teeth.
Double-edged sword.
Sword dance. There you go.
I hate you guys.
All right.
Wait, hold on. I know Bill Cosby's toxic.
Hypnosis.
Get it? Because it poisons him.
Oh,
Hypnosis.
Oh, hypnosis would have been better, yeah.
or drowsy.
Oh.
Drowsy.
There you go. Bill Cosby, use sleep powder.
Next week we're doing UFC fighters Pokemon moves.
Oh, seriously? Oh, yeah.
All right.
So let's give you a couple of seconds and then you can get after your plug here. So
I'll put it on my arm so you know when in the video. All right, yeah, this will be really quick because the bracket's over. It was amazing. So regular season's going to start for Scuff League. We had the championship was Iowa Kingslayers versus Minnesota Comets, and in an upset, Minnesota Comets win the series 2-1. It was a big upset. Everyone thought Iowa had it. Well, not everyone, but most people. So for the power rankings, they are messed up. it goes 1 Minnesota Comets, 2 Iowa Kingslayers, 3 North Carolina Glamour, 4 Maryland Duelists, 5 California 42, 6 Virginia Vision, 7 Pennsylvania Tempest, 8 Massachusetts Justice, 9 Michigan Colossus, and at 10 we have New Jersey Hunt, I believe. And then with honorable mentions going to Delaware, Washington, Arizona, and Connecticut. So yeah, it was an amazing. Thanks to everyone who joined us for the tournament. It was amazing. I can't wait for the regular season to start. That's really pretty short this week. Short and sweet.
Right on, short and sweet. Wins the race, right? That's what the story is.
Oh my God.
Make sure you check out that regular season starting soon. It should be exciting for you guys. Once again, this is Velocity Entertainment. I'm Kyle Leonard. There would be no show, though, without the men to my right and the man to my left. Tanner Elson and Michael Otamende. Thanks, guys, for joining me on the podcast and nerding out with me every week. It's always a joy. If you like the show, you can go to patreon.com/Velocity Entertainment, where you can subscribe and you get cool benefits like writing in and asking us questions, like the Pokemon sex moves question, for example, picking topics for us to talk about, or just getting a shout out of your own. You can also find us on Facebook, youtube.com/Velocity Entertainment, and podcast services pretty much around the world. Sorry. Every Monday night, we're live on Twitch. Getting some heartburn here. Ooh, sorry about that.
Chili?
Every Monday night, we're live on Twitch, so you can check us there, but you can check the podcasts on services day after. So, again, everybody that listens, we appreciate you. We hope you guys have a good week, and we'll be back here to talk about which movies are getting delayed next week. Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Love it.